Hello everyone, here's my review for Michael. Michael is a new biopic about the rise to fame of Michael Jackson. My lamp finally crapped out on me, but notice that in my little synopsis there, I didn't say this film is about Michael Jackson as he does XYZ, or the film follows Michael Jackson for whatever. That's because this film isn't really a film. Michael is not about anything. The film has no central conflict. I mean, its biggest conflict is a random pyrotechnics accident that comes in the third act. The film is really just a list of events that occurred in Michael Jackson's life, which is the worst kind of biopic because at that point I might as well just be watching a documentary. Or in this case, listening to a Michael Jackson album. I think the film thinks it's about Michael's contentious relationship with his father, but it doesn't really spend enough time on that for it to be the core conflict. And the film pays maybe a modicum of attention to Michael's perpetually childlike state of thinking, his sort of obsession with Neverland and toys and animals, but it has nothing of substance to say about any of that. No conflict in this film really lasts more than a scene or two. And that's because, like I said, this is not a movie. It's an excuse to put a bunch of Michael Jackson songs on the big screen. Now, the film deserves some praise because Jafar Jackson really carries it. He absolutely kills it in the role of Michael Jackson. I mean, he's embodying his uncle to a T. I'm no Michael Jackson expert, but he's got the mannerisms down from what I can tell. Even the voice, and from what I understand, he actually sung for this film, which is really impressive. But giving Jafar Jackson his flowers are really where my praise for this movie ends. Michael is also really visually flat. There's some really obvious visual effects for stuff like Michael's pets and the crowds in the backgrounds of the concerts. I mean, some of the crowd shots look AI generated. It really wouldn't shock me if they were. The camera work and lighting are also extremely bland. It doesn't feel like much thought was put into the shot composition at all. And it's crazy that the film is so visually boring considering the guy that it's about. Michael Jackson always presented so flamboyantly. It seems like a no-brainer to match that in your camera work. Michael is just such a nothing burger of a film, man. It just goes from song to song to song and tells us nothing about Michael Jackson as a character. It has no interest in exploring Michael Jackson the man. And when I watch a musician's biopic, or any biopic for that matter, that's what I want to see. Because like I said, otherwise it may as well just be a documentary. There's no intention behind movies like Michael, aside from putting Michael Jackson fans in seats to make a bunch of money. This film is hollow and creatively bankrupt, and for that, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. Michael is really not enjoyable unless you're going specifically just to see a bunch of Michael Jackson songs on the big screen. It's hard to call something like this a narrative film, and I really did not enjoy it. But let me know what you think of Michael in the comments. I know this has been a contentious one between critics and audiences. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.